Hi guys, in this video we'll talk about classes. I have mentioned them before several times and now we'll look what is it exactly. They were introduced maybe 30 or 40 years ago when computer programs become complicated and it was impossible to organize everything in one function. Then classes was introduction. It is a part of object-oriented programming. You may have heard about it before. So classes is usually some instance from the real world. And if I talk about, for example, restaurant, there are many instances like users, chefs, menu, appointments, waiters, and so on. But depends on what system you want to build. There may be different classes to construct. And nowadays, Swift language is based on classes and protocols as well. Now we will talk about classes and I will show you how it looks like. Now let's go to the playground and see how classes look like in Swift. To declare a class, you should write a keyword class, then the name of class. It is usually, and I think it is always right from the capital letter. And if we talk about restaurants, if we continue to talk about restaurants, let it be a client. We create class for our client. And this is enough to just declare what we want to create class client. But usually classes have some entities, some properties inside it. We already learned what is variables, so properties are usually variables. And clients, if we talk about some appointment system, may have properties like name, which is immutable, so it would be a let property with type string. And also client may have email or phone number. We see an error that class client has no initializer. So what does it mean? It means that client is a class, it is a big class of client, and we can create an instance of it. It may be some variable, and to initialize a class we just use a simple syntax looking like that, but we don't have any initializer to do that and we need to create it. Or we can press it up properties, let it be not let but var name, and if you write here Peter and mail, the learning will disappear because now every property is initialized. Otherwise you need to create initializer. So almost every time you need to create initializer, and it has a syntax not like a function. It is common to function actually, but you don't need a keyword func, you just need to write init. It is a keyword for these special type of functions, which is initializer. And here usually we pass an arguments. Sometimes we need to create it from another place with exact name. For example, we made some registration and user write his name and his email. So we use initializer to create a property. It will be looking like that. And here inside the body you may see that it is almost like function, but it has no name, only init. Instead of func and function name, it has a special keyword init. And here we write self, because name is already used as a parameter name, and to address a property here we use the keyword self. So self.name is name and self.email is email. And now initializer is pretty good, but we still have an error here. A client without any parameter is invalid initializer, and we need to create client from here or any other place in our code. So let it be, now we delete this one because it's wrong actually. Not all the clients are Peters, and mail looks another way. And here we create a client with name Olga, and email we create client. And now what can we do? We can check its properties. To address properties, we can print them. It is create variable of our class type. It is instance. We can address it by dot. If you create an instance of any class, we create an instance client, and we create it with name and email. And now we can print it, and then when they run our playground, we will see correct email. What else can we do with classes? Classes may have their own functions, not on the initializer, but some special functions that are working only for them. For example, we want to print full context string, and let's create this function. It would be function which print a full contact details which we have. And as you remember, func syntax, it has a keyword func, name, paraphrases, and return type. We can create functions for classes, and we have the same syntaxes as any other function. May be very useful. For example, we want to have a function which print all our contact data. Function may look like that. We just create a string. We can also call it on our instance. To call a function on instance, you print client, also dot, and then the name of function. And then you run it, you will see a result on your right. So this is the very basics of classes in Swift and in programming. If you have more questions, please write me, and your task is to create your own class which is about your application, and create some properties for them, initializer and function, and try to call them. You may do it either from playground or from your Swift project, but to see a result immediately, it is better to do from playground. Good luck!